Yo, oh my God, yo, what is up, guys? This is your boy Ford Trixel here, bringing you guys the interview with Week Seven's MVP, Shnopsh, here from Redux Rain, and obviously my cat wants to
What's
get
up?
involved a little bit. You guys know the drill. He's a bit of an attention hogger, but yeah, Shnopsh. What do you
What's up,
First
man?
off, I gotta congratulate you on that Week Seven. On the performance you brought in Week Seven. Obviously, part of what got you noticed was the fact that Jafud, who was a stand-up performer, he got his interview the week before, and so I wasn't
Yep.
allowed to include him in this one. But you were there along with him in the fight as your team was able to take down a I want to say, very easy opponent that week. But um, definitely easier than the opponent you faced in week 8. That's just this past week. So
Yeah, a little
um,
bit, a little bit.
a little bit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Looking more like hi-fi in terms of the 3-0, same 3-0, right? But
not gonna speak on that.
don't need to if you want. I know hi-fi had a rough week, so
Yeah,
I'm
it
not gonna
happens.
give
It
him
happens.
too much negativity there. But no, you did a great job, and it got you some really great stats here that can be spotted here on the screen for everybody at home that are tuning in. And looking at those stats in comparison to maybe the other people in this voting here in this list, or in this voting of 4 players here, it was looking pretty great. I think we saw the largest turnout in terms of votes. Did you expect yourself to come out on top in the voting here and to take this one?
Uh, to be honest, I'm not really. I was surprised I was on the list to begin with. I'm not really like a flashy player. I kind of just do what has to be done on the map, and more of like a field general for the team. So, I mean, it's cool to be on there for sure. Like those stats. Usually, I would say I'm not gonna put up a 2.14 in control. I'm usually putting up the most stats for my team, but yeah, I would definitely say surprise. I think that's just the power of a strong org community right there for me getting those votes. If I'm being honest.
No, for sure, definitely, without a doubt. The org community does come in through for voting help, but you did, arguably look at all the stats there. You do have one of the strongest stats right there. You and Sideswipe
And sideswipe, yep.
had the best stats here in this group. But obviously, you look over at the matchup. Lurid 47's team of Flawless up against ADS. The stats were a bit different over there as well. Obviously, when it's two a bit stronger teams playing off against each other, the stats are going to be not the strongest between the two, for the two teams. And so, in this situation, you were up against 302 Blue, so maybe there's a bit of inflation there. But I feel like
Yeah.
that was more so soaked up through Jafud, who wasn't shown here on the board. So for you to still have stats like this and be a secondary carry in the match, I feel like that also shows a testament to yourself and what you can bring to the
Yeah.
table, right? And you look at the other guys here. Any of these names kind of step up to the plate and kind of show something to you of a bit of a challenging character in the league?
So, 47. I mean, everybody knows who 47 is. That's in this league for the most part. Like, without a doubt, he's probably the best player in this pool, and I don't think anybody else will really argue against that. I haven't played Dawn of Chaos at all, but I know they're at, like, close to the top of their pool. So Sideswipe seems cool. I saw him tweet out and stuff like that. He was a pretty good sport about it. And Naruto, we just played him. He's nasty. He first bloods me on Miami, so I'll give it to him.
Okay, not bad, not
Yeah.
bad. So, just pulling away from these stats and stuff, obviously, and kind of bringing it back to you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what got you into Call of Duty, what got you into competitive, and what made you want to compete this year with the Redux Rain roster that you have?
Yeah, man. So it's been a long journey for me. Started in Modern Warfare. Well, I've been playing COD since like the first COD came out for PS2, Big Red 1 and all that. So been playing COD for a while. But online COD, once it came out, COD 4, I started getting into it. And then I started doing like clan wars and stuff in Modern Warfare 3. And then my clan was like top 2, top 3. Shout out Wolfpack, day one right there. And yeah, we were like let's do GBs. It's like MLG stuff. We're like, what is that? And then going into Black Ops 2 is when I really started comp in the PlayStation community and just making a little bit comeback right now. I've been out for a while, had to go into the military and stuff like that. So it's my first year of like actually having time to myself. I'm not a teenager. I can make my own rules now. I can play whenever I want. So actually put my full time effort into it.
Well, I'm not an American, but I know with Americans and their military and whatnot, they love to thank you guys for what you do and, taking your time to obviously um, be trained. And,
Yeah,
in case something does happen, you're there to help the country, right? So, uh,
100%.
I'll thank you, extend a thanks to you for doing what you did there and
Thank you, man.
taking on that path. But I'm glad that it ultimately brought you back to Call of Duty because it seems like you are finding footing here and it is a place
Hmm.
that you can find yourself accepted. And one of the things I wanted to ask you as well is kind of going into the league because you've been one of these players on this roster for Redux Rain. You've been a part of the core three that have stayed here from day one in this league up until playoffs starting up in 2 weeks from now. What were sort of your expectations going into this league with the roster, and sort of how have they changed with the addition of Jafud as well?
So when we started off in the league, we had a tweet on our roster, and he's with Divine Future now. So we came into the league and we are like, oh yeah, we're winning this, like confident, you know. Obviously there's decent comp in this league. I didn't really know any teams or anything like that. ADS, like I never heard of them. I'm not into like knowing all the orgs and stuff like that, so I didn't know them. But there's actually really good comp in here. Our last roster was decent, but we just couldn't find our footing, and now we're starting to get our roll going with Jafut on the roster, and obviously you saw this week. So
Yeah, and the week
yeah,
before he had an outstanding debut week,
exactly.
mirroring sort of what we saw from both Hope and Hidden when they debuted. They both got themselves on the board as a a standout player of the week and MVP of the week, and we see that with Jafud, and he's been an absolute monster. And so you mind elaborating a little bit on what he brings to the team that sort of like makes this new roster a lot more of a threat than what it was before, and what allowed you, which essentially was a huge part and aspect in allowing you guys to also take down the Titans of ADS Gaming.
Yeah, so I mean, our last player was Slaya. That's my man. Shout out. But they just and he's like a kind of game general like me. Like he gives a lot of call outs and he'll call plays. Jafun does the same thing. So putting Jafun on our roster, it almost was like the same player, but Jafun got the gunny, man. He's got the gunny. We can depend like he's on the map where he needs to be all the time, and we can depend on him to get those kills, hold the lanes, and that. I mean, with people when we have like slaying power like flinched. Amina Hill always around the objective, and Blinder he has his games where he pops off. Having depending on Jafud always and him being constant is huge. Like it just allows us to move around the map and have consistency, which is what we lacked before.
Sure, for sure. And since you guys have started teaming with Jafud, have you guys seen improvements in results? Not just obviously in this league where you guys were able to take down a team like ADS Gaming in the regular season, as well as Hi-Fi within your same
Hmm.
the hardest week you guys had on paper throughout the entire regular season. I would reckon, especially coming off of a loss to Divine Future over the weekend. You know, you guys were able to defy odds, massive odds against you
Yep.
guys, and were able to win both those matches. A 3-0 against Hi-Fi, and then a 3-2 against ADS Gaming. You know, have you guys seen this sort of success and miracle, not miraculous change, occur in other leagues' performances now with Jafut on the roster? Like, are other leagues? Are you guys like top dogs now? There, are you top four? Where you guys maybe weren't in that conversation before Jafud joined?
I think in all the other leagues we play in, I think we're the top team easily. Wait, I'm not trying to be cocky, but like that's our confidence going into it. Why shouldn't it be? But yeah, I mean, instantly when we picked up Jafud, we were like playing top 32, top 64 teams, just like pro points, and it was like we were doing really good. And then out of nowhere, we started like refining things, and we took a step back, and we finally started picking it back up. And yeah, and then we're getting this result now, so we're just trying to stick with that.
Well, and it's it's much deserved for sure. And well, before we go and dive further into this match that I want to talk about that went on just yesterday night, I wanted to just switch over to a different slide for us. And this one I was thinking
Okay.
about a good one would be going into the groups, right? And so
Yep.
looking at the picture, the big picture on your group, and sort of the maybe a little bit on the developments in Group B. I know you and me have talked a little bit beforehand about how you don't have the most information when it comes to Group B because you guys have been very focused on learning and playing around your your Group A teams that you guys are up against. But when it comes to your Group A, like here, you're taking a look here, and this is also revealing to a lot of other people just how close that flawless and hi-fi difference was that determined,
Hmm.
seeding for second seed there. Um, it just like, did you expect the group to play out this way? And if you had Jafud from the start, this is a massive question I want you to answer as well.
Yeah.
Is if you had Jafud from the start, and I'll even go as far as to say if Divided We Fall was also still in the group at full force, do you feel like there would have been a shakeup at all within the actual standings?
Yeah. Look, I mean, you saw this week, man. If we had Jafar from week one, we were playing together as long as we have now. I know he said we would be number one, and that's the confidence you got to have. But like, why wouldn't we be?
Well, let's also say Team
I
Flawless was
see,
here from the
I
start
see,
too.
yeah, I see flawless. I see us taking like two L's to flawless, and then we'll be two.
It's
I'll
respect,
say that
right?
reasonably. Yeah, respect, respect. But even when we played flawless, the first day we picked up Jafud, they were close games. We lost hard points by 60 points. We lost control. It was 3-1, but they were very close rounds. Like 5 lives left for both teams. So it was all close games, and with a little bit more practice, I don't see why those couldn't be good matches like we just had with ADS.
For sure, and you would think that where would you see your group kind of developing and kind of finishing off? Would you see that the I don't know. Would you see the standings? How much would it change if you had the full strength Divine Future? Or, I mean, not Divine
Yep.
Future. Divided We Fall. You had your team at full strength with the new sub and whatnot that you have here. You had like Team Flawless with their roster they have now playing from day one. Where do you see everything being?
So divided we fall. I see them being exactly where they are on this list. Maybe one up. I'll put them above 302 Blue.
Of course,
I
like
mean,
I was gonna
we
just like what?
yeah, they beat us 3-2, and really we choked that round 11. And if you're looking now, we 3-0 them with our old roster, and now we have a better roster. I don't see them being better than any of the other teams in our group. Then above them, I would say, man, this is gonna get spicy. I can't do that, bro. We're going into playoffs. I can't do that right now. But
I think you
eh,
do, bro. When do you guys
you
play
think?
another team from your group?
Nah.
You're not guaranteed to
See, the
play them
thing
right
is,
away.
ADS, Hi-Fi, and Divine Future. I think it's any given Sunday right there. You
Like
put
you
all
feel
those
like
three
it's
against each other. I can't pick who's gonna win that.
you think
I
it's
think
like a
ADS.
day to day kind of thing. Like oh, one
Yeah,
day
I
they're
think
hot, one day they might be cold. Like it's just
exactly. I think ADS has like the natural like skill, and they could beat all them like naturally.
ADS
But
has won both their matches against Hi-Fi, Map 5, S&D.
exactly, like
Like
it goes into that, and if they pick a couple rounds out of there, and Hi-Fi, what's his name? Astro's dirty for Hi-Fi, so I would never just count them out. That man fries, especially on his host. Sheesh. But yeah. So I flawless at the top if
for
we had to
sure.
remap it.
Okay,
Yeah,
and would
hundred
you put
percent.
you guys in second, or do you think you guys would be in like third
I'd
or fourth?
I have to put a second. I
You have to.
yeah, I have to. What am I gonna say? We're gonna lose? Like, if you had me do a bracket right now, I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose.
Hey,
Like,
well, right now
come
Divine
on.
Future has your guys' number as well.
Yeah, they do. They do. Uh, we when we played them, we had a really rough day, but we came out of that slump. So if we see them again in playoffs, I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to
you
that.
might.
Especially I know them boys. I'm cool with them, so
You
I'm
might.
looking forward to that,
It'll be
man.
interesting if you guys do end up getting a rematch in there, but um regardless, okay, taking a look at Group B for instance, another one I wanted to talk about. I know you haven't really seen much. there.
Yeah,
But
I
obviously
seen a
here
little bit.
you're getting an opportunity to look a bit at the stats that might give you a better understanding about how the situation is and how close things are. And this is actually unfinished. Your group, I believe, is already finished. I have yeah,
Mm.
every single team has played all their matches they need. And in Group B, we're still waiting on 2 matches, and you could see just how close it is for that 4th spot. 6 and 8, 6 and 7, 5 and 6. I mean,
Yeah.
five and
So
five, 5 and 8, 5 and 8. So if Las Vegas Spades beat Kings Grant Killers, they they have a 3-way tie for 4th. But if KGK wins, they tie with OP Black for 3rd as the top 3rd and 4th team. Like it's that like that's how close it is, right?
so I have like a scale going off of Group B because I know Divine Future used to be in Group B before
Yeah.
I switched over,
Yep.
and I know they like 3-0 like KGK and Spades. So like for me, it's hard to say like that if they were in our pool, they would be above fifth seed. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, cause I like the skill gap, I would say. But OP Black is looking really dirty. I've been catching them on streams recently.
Mhm.
On the Chaos has stayed number 2, but I would say if OP Black was in that pool from the beginning, it's looking like they would be 2 or 1 with
Yeah.
Zelos. But Zelos is, I mean, they don't even have a loss yet. They got to be number 1, right?
Well, they're one
So
number one for now. Like they
yeah,
sure they have one more game they haven't played yet off stream against Team Velis, but like that's a sure walk. They're in 2-11 record versus a
yeah,
thirteen
they're
no
last seed.
record. Like
Yeah,
it
exactly.
should be a cakewalk really.
Yeah.
But like you guys, one of the graces you guys have of being in the losers bracket to start off is you don't have to face Team Zelos first round when you guys are fighting for that 4th seed.
Hmm.
How much does that play an impact, in maybe helping you guys, feel a bit more comfortable going into playoffs, knowing that you don't have to go off against such a formidable foe with a undefeated record?
No, I honestly I'd rather be in the winners bracket because you get an extra loss in the winners bracket, right?
But
So
you could potentially win from losers without taking a single loss.
exactly, but we could have also started out in winners, lost, and it did the same thing anyway. So
But isn't it harder to regain after a loss in playoffs than it is to regain when you don't have to regain because you're only off of wins?
the way we're right now, if I saw us going against Zelos, I wouldn't see us getting 3-0'd. And I don't think we would lose full after that because the way we've been playing recently, the team's been able to regain after losses. Like our first hard point against ADS was not our best hard point. We didn't play it
Okay.
on objective that much. So I don't see us like taking L's like that, not regaining.
Okay, well, let's move on to the other slide that's more statistical, and it's around again. It uses these teams all in the groups here, and so this is my combined stats across both the groups if you were to mix the teams together. So you have
Hmm.
Zealous at the top, Dawn of Chaos edge out ADS Gaming with a better map win loss percentage, especially due to the fact that you guys were able to beat them. Then
Yep.
Team Flawless is just a bit above Hi-Fi. You guys in Divine Future are in that top 8, tied in top 8 for the top 8 spot. Then OP Black right behind you guys. Then you got that mix of the rest of the teams in that 3-way situation they have in Group B. And then you have 302 Blue and Velis, who are actually facing each other first round in the playoffs in the losers bracket. 302 Blue and
You're
Team
two and
Velis.
oh, it's because they don't have a bye like the other teams.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
one's the 6th seed from your group because of those 2 DQ'd teams,
Man,
and then
that's
the other
weird.
one's the 17.
Why isn't Divided We Fall in the bracket? What's up with that?
They
They didn't want to
left.
play? Yeah, that's weird, huh? That's weird.
Hey, divided they choke. I don't know.
Yeah, Divided we accuse people of cheating and get 3-0'd. But anyway, so yeah, that'll be. I mean, 302 Blue and Velis. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, that's a good round. But we'll see who wins that.
I think that'd be like whoever wins that one's got to win the whole thing, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that's the underdog matchup right there. They're just playing. What is it called?
They're playing
Playing
for
possum.
pennies,
No, they're
playing
playing possum right now.
playing
They played
possum.
the whole league and then they're gonna come out
They're the dark
just
horse.
win it all. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see how
That's
that
that's
ends
my
up going.
prediction. Y'all heard it
But
here first.
if you were to meld
100%.
or mix the two groups together, do you have like your own top four or maybe top eight that you'd want to come up
Ooh.
with, or do you think this is an accurate representation here?
Um, I'd say I gotta say. So the thing is, we haven't played the Group B guys, so it's hard to like throw them in there. But if I had to give our top four, I'd say realistically, flawless first. If they play the entire season as the same team.
Okay, regardless of stats, just looking at the skill level that you know they bring to the table
Yeah.
now, any all of
So
these
yeah,
teams.
flawless. Um, Us or Zelos, I would say interchangeable, just because I know those guys are good. It just depends on what Sunday we play them and how we play. And then three, ADS. That's
Mhm.
or or OP Black. Or OP Black. So those are interchangeable as well. That's kind of
See,
like where I see the skill level of the teams right now.
I'm gonna talk a bit about mine, and
Okay,
mine based off of your guys' performance brings you guys extremely close to the top four, but I don't have you guys yet in the top four.
that's
I
fair.
will explain why, but another question I have just before we start to shift back away from these stats and whatnot is actually, so your guys' rival, quote unquote rival in this league, has been Divine Future due to the fact you guys have a
Yes.
good connection with them and stuff, or a shaky slash good connection to certain
Yeah,
players,
it's
you know,
weird.
certain people.
Yeah.
Um, Based off of how you guys have performed against Hi-Fi and ADS as of recent, and how much you know about the Divine Future squad, who's been together practically with the same tight knit four,
Yep.
for the season. Do you think they could hoodwink those guys and beat them with the
A
way
hundred
they are looking
percent.
shaky now? Like
A hundred
how
percent.
like how vulnerable is like ADS Gaming looking, Hi-Fi looking, even Dawn of Chaos getting 3-0'd by Zelos when they're the rivals for Zelos. Like how exposed do you see some of these other teams looking that have these have these high seeds that maybe don't really look like they'll be able to hold them through playoffs, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, Call of Duty's an emotional game, and Divine Future, that's an emotional team right there. And if they get on the high part of emotional, 100% they could beat them, especially after seeing what they had. So yeah, I could say Divine Future like has the chance of beating them, but I probably wouldn't favor them because I don't know if they have the I like I said, I haven't played with those guys in a while. I don't know if their focus is where it needs to be and
Hmm.
like studying maps and everything. So it just depends on that, really.
So I'm gonna bring us back to the groups to the groups section, and we're just gonna talk right now. I wanted to pick your brain if you could maybe bring me back to the match from yesterday, and
Yeah.
maybe even the match against Hi-Fi as well, if you have enough recollection and you want to go as back as far as also covering a bit of that. Could you tell me about sort of what went on, what kind of, you know, what was the kind of breakdown that you saw from those two teams that allowed your team to kind of rise up above them, as well as what did you guys do in prep that really helped you guys take down those Titans?
We focused on ourselves a lot. We didn't really focus on the other teams going into those matches.
You're kind of cutting out right now. I'm not sure if your mic does that or something. Sometimes like I'm not sure. It just sounded like you were about to say your point, and then it literally just
Can you hear me?
yeah. There you go. I got you
All
back.
right. Let me know if you have an echo.
But I do
So
have it. I haven't. I heard an echo of myself for a second, but I don't hear it now.
okay, yeah. So pretty much, where was I? Yeah. We focused on ourselves and went over our own setups, and yeah. So we went over our own setups and then got it from there.
And what about in the game? Like, what did you notice? What things did you notice from ADS Gaming or Hi-Fi? Like, what were some of the holes that or cracks in their armor that you guys were able to just take advantage of that allowed you guys to actually get through and beat these guys? Because they have had your team and other teams' numbers in your group throughout the league.
Yeah.
That's why they have like top three spot slash the first seed spot in the group. You know, they're respectably, going into this, you knew that you guys were the underdogs and they were the favorites. Like what did you see that you guys were able to make kind of like how you explain it? Like
I,
what weaknesses were you guys able to exploit? Like if you don't mind me asking,
yeah, so they're just super aggressive.
we can go with
So
high five first if you remember that one enough.
yeah, hi-fi I don't necessarily remember um everything from them. I think we just played pretty well structured. The map three ended up being a forfeit because they were throwing stuns, and I'm not gonna say like it was still a close match. It was 3-2 Garrison control only by a couple lives, so it wasn't like a map that we weren't close to winning. And the stun did affect me, an important life for me in a spawn trap. But yeah, it, I don't really remember too much. We played really well structured in that game. We held our stuff together. Our rotations were really good, and we just out rotated them, to be honest. And then ADS, we just had to hold our spots and not get broke. They're really good at breaking hills, so our
Hmm.
setups is what matter there the most for sure.
So are you talking specifically on the respawn? Because one of your guys' strengths throughout the entire series that was ended up being the backbone of you guys actually winning it all was your S&D execution. You guys were able to clutch up. You had the ice in the veins.
Uh,
Sheesh, that you guys had for that
uh,
round 11 S&D on Miami, and then
yeah.
you guys just you had their number. Like you guys were like, we got to map 5. We just won a respawn. Like you guys, we know you guys are done. Like this is our S&D. You walked into
We
that
completely
raid
winged
with a
that
massive
Miami.
cock, and then you guys beat them 6-2. Like
Yeah, we completely winged at Miami. That's not how we play it. We decided that we were just gonna try something out,
damn.
and I mean, it worked out. It worked out. The first couple rounds it didn't. I was kind of like, oh, I'm playing mid now. Like, okay, but and Naruto fucking picked me off mid. Shout out to him. That was a good blood.
Bro,
But
bro, he played that umbrella. I don't know if you saw on beach, bro. Like,
dude, I forgot that even existed. No one has used that to. I
bro,
haven't played D in a
the
while,
man was
so I
fucking
forgot
Mary
about that.
Poppins with that umbrella, bro. He was just
I
like
was creeping up. I was like, "Oh, I got this bomb. No one's even here." And I right to the side. I was like, "Oh my god,
took
of
you down
course,
from the temple, bro.
yes, yeah." But it was for sure a good S&D for Miami. But yeah, we just stuck, made sure we got our trades, and then that's how we ended up winning it. That's usually what we do in S&D. We just you really
Like
just calm down and we'll
like
win.
you guys are really good at essentially closing out when you have numbers advantage. And so if you
Exactly.
like one of the
Yeah.
things you guys were dictate that helps you guys dictate the S&D the best was your first blood accuracy and the amount of first bloods you guys had, so you kept getting the consistent, you know, life advantages to start rounds and stuff with those first bloods. I think Jafud had like 5 or something in one of the
On raid,
games. On
really
raid
good
he
on
had
raid.
5. You know, on the Miami it was a bit of like a mix of like Blinder, I think maybe, and like Flinched had like 1 or 2, and then maybe Jafud had
Yep.
1 or 2. Like it was a very collective effort, and that's one thing I want to say was a very interesting thing to see from ADS Gaming, because I don't know if you look back at the game, you probably watched the VODs, right?
Yeah, I watched over like half of them. I didn't watch the last
Well,
half. I don't.
in the hard point at the beginning, if you look at their KDs and their scores at the end, literally you see 25, 25, 26, 25, 25, 22, 25, 25. Like literally that were their
Yep.
KDs. Like that's how in sync they played that
Yeah,
as
exactly.
an extra.
You just gotta stop their pushes, and then you'll get like that's we had control of the hard points. We just would get broke,
Yeah,
and 'cause there
yeah.
was a little bit of miscommunication on our side,
And then
and
they
then
had 3 hills back to back that they got at one point. I think it was
exactly.
P4 to P5 and then P to P1, where they just got too much time that you guys didn't contest well enough, and then it was a snowball for success there. Um, but overall, you know, I feel like the game was played very well by both the teams. You know, um, and then maybe one last question before we move on from this topic. You know, from this game and analyzing it was drafting. You know, drafting for this one and also drafting for the hi-fi one. Like, were you guys happy with the draft at the beginning when you saw the maps after you guys, you know, went through it all and you saw what maps you had to work with for the 5, you know, or like were you maybe not, you know, what made you happy? Like was it you got the way you drafted to ban out their best maps or maybe like your worst maps and then that's what you were able to luckily avoid? Like
Yeah, so hi-fi, we voted for our strong suits, and I think what we found out from both of those series is that we're just good at control because we don't practice checkmate and we don't practice garrison control. We really do like we don't practice control that much. We're just usually people play raid, so we just go with raid and we're good at that. So we found out like we actually don't we need if we practice control a little bit more, like we're winning every control like confidently. That's how we feel about S&D right now. And yeah, so for hi-fi we did our strengths, and then for um ADS we kind of wanted to get them off a raid because they wiped us on raid last time. So we wanted to see how they play on other maps. And yeah, we liked the result. It was a good game though.
No, it was good that you guys didn't give him raid because clearly it showed at
Yeah, we
times.
studied a little bit.
And I want to say, another interesting question um before we jump into the next segment. I want to ask you, how does it feel being an underdog and going into the playoffs? You know, do you still feel like your team is considered an underdog to a lot of teams?
Yeah, yeah. I think we made a little splash, so people are gonna look at us after this last week.
But you'll still be
But
an underdog just because it could
for
be a
sure,
blip?
100%. Like ADS, Hi-Fi, they've been winning these games the entire season. There's no way they probably thought it was a fluke that they lost to us. I know they did, both of them.
Yeah.
But it's not a fluke because we had to win the game. They didn't lose it.
Hey,
We had
and ultimately, though, ultimately, the big question around this one is, do you guys like being an underdog? Because there are teams that like being considered the underdog, and there are teams that like being considered the uh, the the expected favorite. Some teams really like that confidence and the amount of people that just bet for them because they're the favorite. What do you think?
hey, I love the underdog. That's literally what Phil. Yeah, I know, but that's what Philadelphia is. They're the underdog, and I love that. Love being the underdog.
What do you
Give me that.
mean, bro? Toronto's the underdog, bro. We're representing one country. We're the only team from Canada. We are
Oh.
the underdog.
I mean, yeah, Toronto, I'll give that to him, but yeah, I love being the underdog. I'd rather be the underdog than the favorite any day of the
Oh
week.
yeah. No, I, I,
Interesting.
I could
It gives
understand
me
that.
more strength because I know you're not looking forward to it.
Yeah, of course, and it allowed you guys to obviously get a win over ADS. A team that sort of mirrors, I believe, Zealos's kind of outlook on things, where they sort of like to scrim and practice against teams that either give them a real run for their money or teams that are just above them. So like teams that they've lost to or they're at the same that are above them, like those are the ones that they scrim with, and they really just don't like to look at the underdogs, like the lower tier teams that could be rising up below them, below their feet, out of sight. And that's kind of what happened to you guys. You guys came out of their radar. You came onto their radar without them really expecting anything, and then you really shocked them and stunned them. David versus Goliath, Cinderella story, and that moment was epic. Now, moving away from this, I want to kind of go into our other segment that we talked about ahead of time as our little interesting, sort of special little segment. And in the past, I've done for those of you guys that have checked out the interviews in the past. You know, I know you guys have seen me do tier lists before. You guys have seen me do the class setup. Well, we're gonna be back to the tier list, and this time around, Shnopsh, we're doing that Black Ops 2 map tier list. And so
Yes, sir.
let's jump on over to that content for the fans at home, for the people at home to obviously come and enjoy with us here. As I'm gonna see if I can enlarge it a little bit for the people at home that are checking us out while we're making this. So obviously you wanna tell everybody a little bit why you chose Black Ops 2 as the special game for this one.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the best COD. It's the best competitive COD ever, so it's fitting.
Awesome, and I'm one of those people that if I saw a petition floating out there for a Black Ops 2 remake, I would sign it in a heartbeat. Just
100%.
it's just goated, man. Like you already see how many COD maps that they're taking from that game alone. Like Standoff, we're getting rumored in the next season. We're getting Standoff. So for this COD, so We'll see. That would be a
Yeah,
spicy S&D
a lot of
replacement
these
for like
teams are
Miami or
young. A
something.
lot of these teams are young. Find me on standoff. I already know my angle. Y'all getting done. I promise you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that obviously happens. But what do you want to go for first here in our tier list? We got our different tiers. We got goated like flinched. We
Yeah.
got sauce. We got soft skip. We have DWF Dookie, and we have questionable DLC. Do we want to cover DLC first, or do we want to cover main Call of Duty type the maps first?
Why don't we just go in alphabetical order off the
You want to
list?
go in order? Okay, okay. We'll
Oh,
go with
like
that
that.
then.
We got the yeah.
So
It's
first
a
up,
little more pictures for me.
so
So
first up, we got ourselves Aftermath, and this one's known for the capture the flag play, I would assume, that happened over by the bus on the left side of it, in between the
I
cracks.
see Big T's S&D
The
on
S and
that
D.
side. Yeah, Big T's S&D play.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh, and well, I know they had a capture the flag moment on it too, because they
Yeah,
had it in capture the
there's a
flag
reason
comp.
why that map was removed from competitive halfway through the season. So
Yeah.
uh, I'll definitely soft skip on Aftermath.
Soft skip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I started moving it on
Oh,
the actual stream.
yeah.
I'm, bro.
Put the whole list in soft
This is
skip.
why I shouldn't be drinking before my interviews here. Okay.
Thank God we
So
didn't do it last night.
we'll do soft skip on that one, but it's not as dookie as DWF dookie though, right?
No,
It's
no.
not
That's not,
DWF.
it was still in the game, so actually they get dropped from competitive, so maybe not. But we'll stick with it for now.
Okay, okay. Next up is cargo.
Hey, all the S&D creddies, they knew this map. That's sauce. That map is sauce for S&D. 100% sauce.
Okay, carrier. I don't think there's a lot of questions on that one though, right?
There's DWF right there.
Really?
Yes, I'm not a sniper, so I don't like it. Come
I'm
on
very
now.
disappointed there, sir. I'm very
Barrier,
disappointed.
shotgun heaven. Let's do the Cove next. Cove is definitely on the sauce list as like a
It's
public match.
one of the best
Yeah,
like DLCs in that game, right?
what to be on? Who doesn't want to be on the beach? You know,
Exactly, right?
fun to play on.
Who doesn't fuck with beaches, bro?
Exactly.
Wait,
The
next up we
detour.
got, yeah, I think this one is
All those,
Detour.
I would put the DLC. All four of those: detour, dig, downhill, drone. I know you like dig, but I don't know. None of those really like made an impression for
So
me. But
Dig's gonna
I
go in
still
questionable DLC. This one as well.
detour.
Drone isn't a DLC though.
Oh, wait, what? Oh yeah, it wasn't. No, no, that's Dookie. That's Dookie. I forgot that map. See, I forgot that map even existed.
Drone was the one that literally had snipers always
Target.
looking down the middle of
Yeah,
it,
they stay up
with
top.
that one
Yeah,
bridge in the middle too.
yeah, I remember it. Yeah, that I hated that map.
Yeah, that was an
Um,
S&D map, I think, right? Or maybe.
uh, for for GB variant, I think maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't think. I think I got taken out.
Next up we got is Encore, I believe.
We'll put Encore and soft skip.
Soft
It's an
skip.
okay map.
So
It's DLC.
why I came up with soft skip is because when you're in pubs, you could skip in that game. You could click the skip button.
Yeah,
Like
but
that's
like
what I mean. Like
you'll
like you'll play it if you like
yeah,
if you load in and that map's there, like you'll play it. But like you'd skip it if you could on like you know.
yeah.
But you'd play it if it won the vote, but you'd really honestly just skip. So
Yeah.
I could see that one going there. Express, I think we all know where that's gonna go. Like it even got brought back to this game. Like,
Yeah, that's got to be sauce for me.
bro, you don't have it in the goated category,
Not for that game, no.
bro. No shot. The MSMC with Scump on that map, and the
Yeah,
moments he's had and other pros.
suffer my first heartbreak on that map. So
No, that's the reason why, bro.
yeah, but I'll take a lot. The complexity.
Bro, this
No,
guy.
it's a good map, but
Okay.
it's just one game mode, you know.
Next up, we have Frost. Actually, this is
Yeah,
another DLC one. I personally, I'd probably put in the questionable category. I don't know about
yeah,
you. Yeah.
questionable.
And then next we
Grind
got Grind. All of us
sauce,
gamers know this one.
sauce.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a sauce public match.
Bro, we all know people. Whoever had a montage in public matches, snipers or gunnies, always had a grind clip in it every single
Speaking
time.
of montages, this next map right here, 100% a montage map.
Oh my
Okay,
lord, hijack, bro.
that's as a public map. That's gotta be in goaded like Flinch.
As a comp map though, what do you think?
Oh, it got taken out for a reason. Yeah, it's a soft skip. It was
Really?
too. It was too hectic for me. Like,
But do you think it could be approved maybe, like, and then it could be in goaded or in comp, like in sauce maybe, like it didn't it get brought back though? It got brought back in one of the COD games, right? It got back
yeah,
in. It brought back in
it
Black
got
Ops
brought back.
3 or something.
But it was dropped. It was dropped from competitive just because like rotating on that map is kind of like cheeks.
Well, sure, but
Not.
that's respawn, right? If you played on S&D, it's different.
It wasn't. I don't think it was a S&D map for comp.
Yeah,
For
yeah, it
GB,
was. It was.
GB was, but I don't think it was for like the pros.
They
Was it?
played it. There were moments where they had the bomb site in the. They have the bomb site in the middle, in the bottom, and they had the
Yeah,
bomb site in the room, right?
in a room. Yeah.
And like there were plays, like moments where like they had like nades go into that room and kill people, like make a play happen or something. Like,
I just don't. I think the map is not made for competitive. I think it's like a
okay,
nuke town. Like.
well, we can put that in the soft skip then. I'll respect that soft skip spot. Next up we got is I think Hydro, right? Or yeah, Hydro.
Either questionable or Dookie for sure.
Questionable or Dookie. Okay, well pick one.
Questionable. Dookie.
Okay.
Magma's questionable.
Okay. Meltdown.
Meltdown.
We all know Apathy's play on that one, right?
Sauce.
Envy.
Yes. Meltdown is sauce.
Uh,
At mid lane, just running up the mid. Nobody ever expected it.
oh yeah, underneath the fucking ramps and stuff when you
Yeah.
go under that for the S&E pathing. Bro, and then the outplays people had in the fucking reactor because of all those pillars.
Yeah.
That was just weird,
crazy
bro.
play
Like,
people would get. Yeah, I think Rambo had like a crazy play there one time.
yeah, for sure. And then and then Clayster out on the outer part, I think he had a play with the RC or something or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We had like RCs and stuff in S&D. That's a different game, man.
Bro. And then COD had snipers back then too, right? Bro,
Exactly.
snipers in S&D, bro. I miss it.
Another bomb site by the water. You could plan it where you could only see it from the one side, and your sniper could see it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Mirage gotta be.
We got somebody in chat. Cryptic in chat saying, "How did you not goat grind?" Oh my lord, this guy.
Grind? I mean, come on.
Yo, you're hella picky. You haven't put any of these maps in goated. Like, boy, I would have put Express in goated, but you're calling out a play that killed one of your optic teams.
Listen, Goated's only reserved for like
One
three
team?
maps,
Three maps.
and you're gonna 4 maps are gonna be in Goated.
I think I know your 4.
3 comp maps and then 1 pub map.
I think I know your 4.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Okay, yeah. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna create, if I can. I'm gonna create a new one here. And this one we'll do at the end, but it'll be remake. Or remake or bring back. Actually, we'll call it bring back. So we've seen a lot of COD maps here. We've seen a lot of the COD maps here, like from this pool from Black Ops 2 brought back. We already know Standoff is on its way back, so we won't put that in there. But if you could pull one, we'll keep an eye on that for later though. But
Yeah.
okay, next up we got is Mirage.
For 3.
Mirage, what do you got?
Mirage, it's got to go in sauce. Mirage was a fun
Sauce? Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pick Modern Warfare 3, and you wanted to do BO2 instead.
Black Ops 2 is just more appealing game to me. Like
Really? But what was more impactful on your career though, in COD?
Black Ops 2 is when I got into comp for real, so I would say that.
But I thought you were shouting out at the beginning that Modern Warfare 3 with the
Modern Warfare 3 is
fucking
like my favorite Call of Duty. Like if I had to pick one, just
bro. That's
Modern Warfare
mine.
3.
Modern Warfare 3
Yeah.
is my fave, bro. It goes
You got
black.
Modern Warfare
It
3,
goes
bro?
Modern Warfare 3, then it goes Black Ops 1, then it goes Black Ops 2 for me. I'm weird like
Yeah.
that.
Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and then probably Ghost.
I'd probably put Modern Warfare 2
This
before
game's
Ghost,
actually really good. This
but
game's
after
top
Black
5.
Ops 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
I definitely have this one in my top 3. I think
Yeah.
I already said that. I already said my top 3, but yeah. Next we have is Nuketown, but specifically Black Ops 2 Nuketown, right?
Exactly.
So where do you put the Black Ops 2 Nuketown in comparison?
Goated, bro. Goated. It's
Goated?
Nuke. Yes, I'm tired of Nuketown now. 100%. Like I'm cool with not playing
Hey,
Nuketown ever again.
I like the wall running part they had on the right side of the map in Nuketown on BL3, because at least you could move a different way. Like there was some sort of different thing that they added to the map.
That ain't for me though.
Bro, you could wall run on the walls, like coming out of that side. Like
Yeah.
trick shots were finessed, like on that map hard. Like
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but Nuketown's a classic. I don't that whole wall running stuff on it. That's just ruined it for me.
okay, fair enough then. Fine, okay, Mister fucking. Fine, okay. Goated goes Nuketown.
Goated. Back then it was goaded.
Bro, you said you were gonna give 4 goated. Now I'm questioning the other 3 because I could say that there's
that's
more
the
than
public
3.
match That's goated. That's the public match map. That's goaded.
Bro, I had a completely different. I didn't even have Nuketown on my goated. I thought this
Really?
game's Nuketown doesn't deserve goated versus the first one. I think the original is the only one I could put in goated. Black Ops 1 Nuketown.
You know what? That's fair. Take that out. Put that in sauce. That's fair.
So you can see my 4th now that
It's
like
a remade map. It's a remade map.
yeah.
Yeah. I can see.
It's a sequel, bro. The original's always the best.
Yeah, they just copy pasted. I feel you.
There
Yeah.
we go.
All right. Overflow. That's dookie, bro. I was good. Like I had fun on it, but I never want to play that map again.
Okay, what do we got on the next one is this one
Overflow.
is Overflow, yeah.
Yeah, that's dookie. 100%.
Dookie, okay.
It was fun to play when it came out, but it got old. Plaza.
I'm
Hey,
I'm
try it out.
okay.
I'm gonna try it out.
Okay,
Yeah, that's gotta be goaded right
bro. It had Skrillex in it, bro.
there. Yes.
It had Skrillex in it, bro.
Plaza was like Miami.
Bro, you
It
could
was-
plant the bomb and listen to and bang to fucking Skrillex, bro, while planting the bomb.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like you're playing comp COD, you clutch a 1 versus 3 in that room while banging to Skrillex in the club, bro. Like, boy.
That map, but I wanted to be so good at it. That was my worst map by far, but I wanted to be so good at it.
Okay. Now next up we got this one's Pod.
Questionable.
Questionable for sure. I really didn't understand why they would bring it in.
Yeah, no. Raid. I mean, you already know where to put that, man. Come on.
But
now.
This is Raid's debut. So we know it has to,
It's goaded. Yeah.
it has to go into
100%.
goated for sure.
Amazing.
Now the paintball one though.
Being on the map is just
Oh, yeah.
amazing to look at.
Oh, bro, it's my favorite map mode combination with S&D, bro. Literally,
Yeah.
I would play Raid S&D like in every single COD game if I could. I love it. Love it.
Rush.
Yeah, Rush.
That's the goated DLC map. So let's put that. Yeah, let's put that in goated just because it's a DLC map and it's the best one.
So okay, so maybe we'll have more than
I'll have
4
fun.
goated then. We'll have like we have a goated pubs map, we have a goated DLC map, and then we'll have like 3 goated comp maps.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I agree with that.
Now what's next? We got Slums up next.
Goated? Come on. It sucked in Black Ops 4.
Yeah,
It's one
no,
of them,
or 3.
because of the healing and
Yeah,
5, but it would work in this game. They brought it back.
yeah. Standoff.
Goated.
Without a doubt, bro. Optic van, bro.
Goated. Look, there's a reason why.
It's getting remade.
Standoff and Raid were all 3 game modes. There's a reason. They're great maps.
100%. But I want to see how it plays out for Control potentially Standoff. I feel like Standoff Control is gonna be it'd be a little iffy.
It wouldn't work for Control. Nah, there's the lanes are too far apart. I feel like
No, but where would they put the points? That's my question, right?
you'd have to put one by gas station maybe, and then put the other one by like the tractor or
I don't think
the.
they do that.
That's what I'm saying, they're too like the building like separates the map too much.
I think where they would put them.
If you want a tractor maybe.
I think they'd probably put it in that courtyard in front of the middle building, so the one in the fences.
Yeah,
And
P1.
then the other one would be either tractor or in front of gas.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Or
what I'm saying.
tank. Or tank. They could put a tank.
But the spawn's right there.
They would just have to rework the spawn.
Yeah, I mean,
It works. It could
the
work.
spawn's
As well as that spawn, if defense isn't on the point, they don't get spawns for it. If they're on offense,
deep enough on that map for it to be there. That's the thing. That map spawns are not deep, so it'd have to be. It either had to
what do you
be.
mean?
It have to be gas station and it have to be gas station and
Well,
P1.
okay, which side would be defense, which side would be offense? That I think that would be the
Defense
more
will
of
be
the
grandma's.
question.
Defense will be grandma's.
Okay, so they'd mimic the S&D defense side.
Yeah, yeah, because that's
Okay,
what we have.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I could see that then. I can understand that. Then maybe they play it where P2 or not P2, the other site would be.
it had to be gas station and P1. That's the only thing I could see where like you have to spawn and still run there. Because if it was tractor, you spawn like almost right there.
Yeah.
It's
I
easy to
don't
spawn
know.
tractor.
I think
You
they'd
gotta
have to.
control.
I think they would have to make that map only S&D and a hardpoint. I don't think they'd put a.
Exactly. It wouldn't work for control.
Oh
Especially-
yikes! Thanks, man. Um. Okay, so moving forward though, we have the studio, which is Firing Range Remake.
Yeah, there's. It's all
I
good.
don't I don't know if I liked the way this one was remade. I
Yeah,
feel like
nah. Well,
it was a bit overkill.
yeah, the Black Ops 4 one was good.
So I can understand the soft skip. It also got overplayed a lot. I feel like the people played that one more than they played Nuketown in this game.
Yeah.
Next up we got this one should be
Uplink. That was
yeah,
the
this one's the uplink one. It
that's
was
the remake of
or no, this is Takeoff.
Oh yeah, my
This
bad.
is
We skipped.
Takeoff. This is Takeoff.
I mean, it's DLC questionable. It was never a fun map of mine in Black Ops 1 to be honest.
Okay. Turbine.
Doki. Doki, Sniper Heaven, Doki. Come on, man.
Okay.
That's like spawning in on
Hey, it depends on where you go on the map. If you know how to play your gun, you'll take a lane that isn't gonna have a sniper heaven watching it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, which I had to do if I ever got put on that map, but I wouldn't want to play that map.
Fair
It's
enough.
annoying.
Fair enough. I feel like the mode kind of like determines on
Yeah, like
whether
push
you want
your
to play
gun,
it too.
yeah, it's not fun because everybody wants to snipe on the map.
Okay, fair enough. Um,
It was an S&D map for a little bit.
but like Dookie instead of soft skip.
No, Dookie.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Fair enough.
No.
Fair enough. Uplink. Or not uplink. Sorry, we got
It's
yeah,
up
uplink. The
That was
remake
the
of remake of Summit. Yeah.
there. Yeah. Saw skip.
I thought it was a bit questionable.
You think?
I
Nah,
think
would still play it.
I didn't get how it really tied into the DLC. I felt like it was a bit forceful that they brought it back. I feel like them
Yeah.
bringing it back for Black Ops 4 worked better, right? Wasn't it Black Ops 4 they brought it
Yeah.
back again? Yeah. I feel like they did a better job. They learned from their mistakes with Uplink.
Yeah.
So,
It-
but I'm
it
cool with the soft skip. I'm too cool with the soft skip. And we got ourselves
It's just the same thing, not like a remake.
yeah, we got Vertigo up next.
Alright, Vertigo. Dookie. I didn't like Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize we put Rush and Goated for the DLC.
Yeah, that's gotta be my go-to DLC map. And then Yemen, saw skip.
I would say I think now that I think about it, I probably would have put Grind and Goated instead of it because half of the map on Rush I never went. I never wanted to go up top wood and play out wood. I only played through the paintball field.
Paintball. I thought
Yeah.
the whole map was on. I played top wood. That's where I get my streaks. That's where you could like farm your streaks.
That's where the fucking rats played. You rat.
I'm done, man. Have fun.
Yo, yeah, land, bro. Square up at land. I'm kidding. Okay, last but not least, Yemen. It was it had its moments.
Yeah, I mean, soft skip, man. It was cool sometimes, but it was a cool
Now,
map.
now, before we move on to bring back, do you now looking at these and where they're sitting? Where would you make any last changes to any of these?
Yeah, I'd maybe put Plaza at sauce, but it's like high sauce. You know what I'm saying? It's like
No, I
just
get
because
you
I
on that.
it's high sauce.
Now, okay. If I was, if you were to bring back any map here, remake it, bring it back, that
For
hasn't been
Cold War.
remade, what would you bring
For
back?
Cold War.
Sure, for Cold War.
For Cold War. Standoff.
No, it's already being made. That one's off the list because they're
And
already.
like a hundred. Okay.
Yeah, it's already been leaked and everything.
Can't say slums because it's already been made.
Hmm.
Um,
Would it be the Rush?
nah. That it would be
It
cool,
doesn't
but
fit.
I feel like it's like a once in a lifetime type map. Like you don't need to put in games again. I think Meltdown would be a good S&D map. And even Control. Meltdown will be a good Control map. Think about it.
Yeah.
Meltdown, yeah. I feel like Meltdown would play. I'm just thinking about comp right now, but Meltdown will play pretty well in Control. Spice up the Control list, throw a fourth map in there, so when people are doing vetoes, they don't like. Yeah, I like that. I'm a genius. Yo, Vaughn, Vondahar, hit me up. I got you.
See, where you say that, I would
Bums
say
little
I would
face.
say Plaza.
Plaza could be a good Control map too.
No, no, I just mean as in to bring it back.
Yeah,
I want to
it
play
could be
Plaza
fun,
S and
but
D again, bro. Plaza S and D, baby.
I feel like in Call of Duty you only have like one of those night maps. That's the thing. Like we have Miami already.
Yeah, but that's gonna get out of the comp scene when standoff comes in.
For real.
Well, what map would you take out instead? Garrison already got the boot.
For S&D.
Yeah. Would you give a checkmate the boot? Okay, checkmate maybe just because one bomb site's like unplayable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe checkmate.
But like
So
that's where Plaza could come in and take checkmate out, and you get Miami out with the fucking standoff.
Cold War slash Black Ops 2. That's the new game. It's like half Black Ops 2, half Cold
Bro,
War.
legit, it's like as if they slowly like fit in Black Ops 2 remake. That's essentially what this is looking like, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's
It
50%.
would work. It works perfect with Black Ops 2 maps.
Bro, this is the other thing that I look at that I miss that Black Ops 2 had that we haven't seen in a while is just the amount of maps in a COD game. Where is this amount of variety?
Like
You know,
even if we take out the DLC, we still have. I don't know. We'd have to count, but like we still
bro,
have a lot.
look at the last COD. How many DLCs did we get there as well as how many initial maps did we have in the game?
Man,
Like
we started off the game with 8 maps or like 7 maps.
that's
Like
what
come
I'm
on.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then
And look at the energy in these maps too.
Now.
Bro, look at the energy in these ones, the color and everything, the life, the interactive parts to them too
How
at
many are
times.
remakes? 2 are remakes. 1 of them are remakes.
Remakes for this one?
Yeah, Nuketown and
Nuketown and Studio. And
Studio
Summit.
and
Nuketown
yeah.
Studio, Summit, and Dig as well. Dig's a remake.
Dig is a remake of.
It was a map from I think Black Ops 1 Black Ops 1 DLC I think.
Yeah, it was.
Same with Pod. Pod was a remake as well, I think I heard.
I don't know about that one. Dig was the Japanese map.
Oh, and Nuketown. We're freaking forgetting
I
Nuketown too.
I said Nuketown.
Okay, yeah. Nuketown.
Yeah, but yeah, they brought back like 1 per DLC, which I guess COD has been doing.
Which is I feel like it's them listening to the to the community, which is great. But yeah, so where are we moving the big bring back? You said was you said meltdown. You said meltdown as the bring back
Meltdown, and then
or
the other
plaza.
one. Wait, did I say Plaza?
No, I said plaza.
I forget the other one I said. Yeah, sure. Throw Plaza up there.
I think I'm trying to remember what you said too.
Plaza could replace Miami. It's just Miami's the long range.
Aftermath, but better. No.
No, Cargo if anything. Cargo if anything.
Cargo.
Yeah.
Not carrier if they improved it.
Maybe if you're playing like Fire Team, Fire Squad, whatever they call it in this game.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll take it like that. We'll take it like that. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just leave the meltdown there. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you want to take anybody wants to take your screenshots and you want to take your photos, you can take them. This is the tier list. You give the thumbs up right now, so
Yeah,
people can see you approve. Give them the thumbs up. Dude, I'm telling you, give them the thumbs up for the screenshot, bro. Right there. Let's go.
Right.
Okay, cool. Now we're gonna jump away from this and we're gonna go back to some questions here.
Ooh, I like
We'll move away from this. We'll go back to some more questions for you, okay? So let's jump over to, I think I have your stat sheet. They're not the stat sheet, the stats that we had, with all that stuff. We're not going to talk about those. This is just going to be the placeholder we're having while we talk about what I have for you. And so,
Okay.
First off, who do you guys fear the most in the league?
I don't think I fear anyone specifically. Like, it's
Like-
odd. Like, I'm confident, but they think the team that's the best chance of beating us obviously flawless.
So you think Flawless is more of a threat than Zelos?
Yes.
And OP Black.
Top 32 team. Like,
Okay.
no. Yeah.
So for you to say you fear them the most, that is also you saying that they would be better than those other two then. And those other two should fear them the most as well.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Without
Understood.
a doubt.
Understood. Who are you looking forward to playing the most in playoffs if you had the opportunity to play?
Divine Future, I just love the matchup. It's fun. There's beef, but it's fun, and it's also like friendship at the same time. I don't know.
Okay. I can go
Yeah,
with
I love
that. I definitely like that rivalry. It's some of the
And we
former
all
Redux
do,
members.
we talk shit, but like, yeah.
Oh, and ADS as well, you said?
No, I didn't say that. 80. Nah, ADS. Yeah,
Hey, you don't wanna solve the 1-1 and find the actual like who's the top dog,
We'll find out when it matters.
Okay. I got another spicy question for you, okay?
Okay.
If you could make a new team, a fresh new team, and you could only take players from other teams in the ALG league, who would you take? No teammates from more than one teammate from one team.
Okay, so I'm taking Flames. Flames or Estro from Flawless.
You're colding my boy Andy? Lurid 47? Oh my lord! Bro, no way you just did that.
I'm telling you, when I played them, who was like messing me up,
Okay, fair enough.
They're
Okay.
all good. I can take any of them. Doesn't matter who I take, to be
Okay,
honest.
fair. Okay. I know. You said what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
You said what you wanted to say.
And it's weird because I'll be taking teams from my pool. I actually maybe I'll take Hope from Zelos.
Mhm.
I'll take Hope from there, and then
You want to take a Divine Future boy?
nah, I'm taking Astro.
Astro.
Yeah, I'm taking Astro.
Jeez, man's got Astro on that one.
If I'm making a team of straight like gunnies.
Yeah, what's it name? What are you naming it?
Ooh, I have no clue.
What are you naming it?
I'll name it like 3 top slayers and Shnopsh. How about that? three top slayers and OBJ.
Bro, fucking, I'm the hill bitch, and the rest will
Yeah,
gun you. Like,
exactly.
okay, I can dig with that. I can dig with that.
I'll finish up their kills.
So, who's your favorite teammate?
Ooh, damn. Uh, so me and Javad have been having some weird duo shit going on recently. So I guess I gotta say him, cause Linder and Flinch, they're like a little couple. So it's hard to pick them, but like me and Jaffa, like we'll just like put in the group chat. I'll be like, oh yeah, I just had Chipotle, and he'll be like, bro, I'm eating it right now. And then like we'll have like the same meal, like when we're talking about it. It's just like stuff like that happens all the time. So
Damn, that
yeah,
chemistry, man.
yeah,
Y'all be deep in each
exactly.
other like that.
Nah, chill, 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 chill.
No, I'm not going down a different path.
Okay,
I'm just
okay, okay.
I'm just saying it's an exaggeration.
I mean, we are going to
It's a
Sugarland.
phrase.
So,
It's a phrase. It's a phrase. So, this is segues really nicely into my next one. If you could, uh, do a fuck Mary kill with your teammates, how would you do it?
um, I would have to have intimacy with my man Tobias, aka Blinder. He's a sexy man, bro. There's no doubting it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
saw that
I got
stash, bro. I know
not
what you
just
mean,
that.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's some 80s, 70s porn star stuff. Flinch, I'm killing him, bro. Me and him got beef, so I'm killing Flinch. Yeah,
Ooh.
he tried to put down my name all the time, so we'll see. And then I'm marrying Jaffa for the reasons I just said.
Bro,
We
you'll
we
marry your
we
sweater?
marry who?
Your sweater?
My sweater.
Yeah, you haven't heard that expression before?
Nah.
You know, when a man's with a girl that's like way too comfortable, like she's way too like you, like it's like you're marrying your own
Oh,
sweater, you know? And it's like,
yeah.
where's that
Like for the
spice
sake
ever
of this
come from?
argument, for the sake of this argument, I'm gonna have to do that just because.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, fair
Maybe
enough.
totally be alright. Yeah, it just depends.
Okay. Whoever's the better kisser, eh?
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. You have a
Okay.
question for me?
And so you were saying, you had a little bit of beef potentially with Flinched. I've heard rumblings of there being a little bit of beef, but I know it's not too deep or it's like not too like
No,
it.
it's
But
all
it's just
surface.
like hey, we'll do some fight club shit, at LAN and like actually like maybe give each other some black eyes, but it'll be all in the name of fun and like
Yeah, yeah,
squashing like who's the stronger.
yeah.
Okay,
It's all it's
so
all it's all fun with Flinch. He just hates on my slaying ability sometimes.
so I want to know
And when you
who
feel confident at top slay, he don't want to say nothing. So
what team in the league is the most annoying, and who's the most annoying on that team?
I would say we got that team out of the league. Just with a quick 3-0. But with being Divine Future because they had the whole accusation against us. So
What do you mean, Divine Future? Have you guys have
no,
your
no, not
number?
Divine Future, not Divine Future, DWF
DWF was the most annoying team in the league. Okay, how about teams left? Teams left.
is definitely ADS. Like, come on, bro. Nah, I respect them, bro. I respect their game. They be all over the interwebs, bro.
Do you got a
They
player on their team
the
that
keyboard
you
warriors. They be like,
do you got a teammate? Do you have a team player on their roster that maybe like stood out to you as maybe
nah,
being
the guy.
toxic?
Honestly, I don't even know their Twitters are like different from their actual game. I don't even know them like that. So, nah, I don't think there's anyone specific.
Okay, okay. Moving away from some ALG, let's jump over to the CDL here. And
Yeah,
do you got a favorite player?
yeah, it's Scump right now.
And so I'm guessing Optic's your favorite team.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been watching them for a while, so like, yeah,
If
it's got to be
if
Scump.
you could put together a dream team of like
Mm,
players to represent, say for instance, Optic or whatever brand, it could
or
be a new
whatever team.
brand,
Yeah.
but just only pro players. Put together a dream team of pro players. Who would you put on the same team together?
I'm putting Clay on the team just because Clay is just when it matters, that man
He's
is
prolific, bro. I know what you mean.
X factor. Subs, I feel like you gotta go with
Scump.
No, you got to go with a BZ and Sim duo. Like they're just
Ah,
they're too
bro.
good at the game. Like it's hard. Like it with these game mechanics right now, dude, 100%. And as my main AR, formal, formal.
Really?
Yeah, formal. Like yeah, I feel like he can be inconsistent in this game, but I don't know who you got. Like who else would you put there
No,
as your main AR?
bro. I wouldn't say like. See, if it's not of all time and it's just as of recent, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right now.
I got a little bit of bias. I'd put my boy Insight on there because my boy Insight's got like the best AR KD coming out of stage 2. But like, if I was to put in your AR, your main AR, Clay.
I wouldn't really classify Clay as my main AR.
Then who would you put as your main AR? Like it can't be formal. And dead ass formal and Clay would not work. I don't think.
Oh yeah, chemistry wise, not at all. Not at all. Okay, if I gotta pick another AR, oh fuck. Yeah,
Octane?
I like Octane a lot. Yeah, it might be him, but he's a main. That's the thing.
Main. You said main AR.
Yeah, but you just said Formal and Clay are both mains.
No, I meant like formal and Clay. Formal and Clay, I don't think would get along well.
Yeah, I think
I feel like Octane and Clay would do better, but
like Octane's a good second seat guy.
Oc-
He's not gonna try to take the like Clay would direct everything, and Octane would just do his slaying shit.
Yo, men saying awakening in chat, dead ass. You guys need to silence yourselves. That's a timeout on that one, bro.
Yeah, that forward
Jeez.
team, they're iffy, man.
There's a reason why that team isn't you know they ain't looking like they are last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Krim also has been looking pretty hot at times.
Yeah,
Arcides.
Arcides, but his subs are so. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. I think I like Clay instead of Arcides, and then even Octane. I think Octane.
Wait. Who's the main AR on Minnesota? Is that Assault?
Yeah, I
Or
think
not
so.
a
Assault.
Is it no accuracy? Is it that's accuracy that they have? They have
I get them
accuracy.
mixed up. I get them mixed up to be
So
honest.
they have accuracy. Is
Oh, Amity.
Parista sub or is he AR?
Risa, they have Standy, accuracy.
Standy attached Parista and accuracy.
Yeah.
I think accuracy has to be the main AR.
Yeah, Priestess second, I think.
Okay, well, okay, I'll take your formal.
Yeah.
I'll take your formal, and then, what's my last one? Last but not least, when it comes to the ALG playoffs coming up, right? Who do you think is the player that is gonna get the overall MVP? Of the entire league, everything. Overall MVP. Your mic cut out again. Damn. Oh man, right when he's about to speak. Yo, I still can't hear you, damn.
Can you hear me?
Now I got you.
My good mic started working again. All right, so is it like just playoffs or is it like the regular?
Well, it's regular season into playoffs. So right now, the top 5 in the contention for MVP of it all is we got Aim, which is Hinata. We have Delivery, we have Flinched, we have Hope, and we have Sweep.
I mean, that's an unfair question.
Top 10. We got Stay Chill, Hidden, Insanity, Astro, and Faith.
I'm gonna go with my guy Flinch, just because I know he's an absolute animal. But if I had to pick somebody else, Hinata. Hinata's dirty. Gun fights against him just felt unfair sometimes. He's dirty.
I think this is like the first time in like ages I've gassed this guy. But my pick's Hidden.
Hidden? I only played them like a while. Like I haven't played them in a while, so I like forget who's like the really
My pick's Hidden from Zelos. If you're listening, Dylan, if you're listening right now, okay? You don't let this get you out of control where you start tweeting on Twitter too confidently and shit. And like you start thinking I'm on your bandwagon and everything. I'm bro. You're my pick to be MVP of the entire season. Fucking show it. I want to see some crazy shit from you in the playoffs.
Unless you're playing us, don't do no crazy shit. Just do like
Unless you're playing Redux, then I
yeah.
want you
Then you
to
could
bring a map 5 crazy fucking series and maybe beat them.
yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Maybe beat them.
Nah, no, maybe not. Maybe not.
But yeah, no, it was definitely fun talking with you tonight.
Yeah, man.
I hope
Always.
I wish you and your team the best of luck moving forward into, obviously your practice this week and then playoffs following that. Um, you know, uh, Final expectations for playoffs for you guys? Like, where do you predict you guys place? First? Is that your realisticness or is that your, like, cockiness or something?
Flawless is there. So
You think
I'm
second?
gonna say second. Yeah, I mean like that's what kind of competitive
Well,
player would I be if I didn't say that?
the fight's on, my dude. The fight is on.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in. Any
Cheers.
last words you
Thank
got for
you.
your fans?
Hey, Polo. Hey. Hey. Yeah, baby. That's it.
Oh shit! Wait, we
Shout
had
out
one
Polo.
more. We had one more thing we gotta do. I fucking
Shout out
flubbed it
Polo.
all out, bro. The last segment before we leave, the questions from Twitter, bro. I gotta do our Twitter questions.
Yeah.
Let me give you that screen share. I'm faded tonight, bro, and we're over
Oh, you're
time, but I
straight,
don't
bro.
care.
Yeah.
We're over time, but chat,
We're chilling though.
I don't care. We're over
Hey,
time.
hit the X button if you don't want to be here. Hit the X button.
So here we go. We got ourselves the Twitter, and first
Okay.
question. We're gonna go from Dylan here. How are you feeling about your round one matchup, which is a bye? So I'm guessing
Yeah.
he may be
No, I'm
saying
feeling
that to
confident.
bait because you guys are losers.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird of you to think of me like
Who's
that.
okay? Who's the biggest dark horse team in the bracket?
E us or well no, it's OP 100%.
OP Black.
Yeah, just because the record doesn't reflect what they actually are because they picked up that squad and they look dirty. I'm gonna say
Okay,
that.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Uh, what teams do you see meeting up in the finals? Let's say you guys don't meet in the finals. Who are the two?
Yeah. Um, Zelos and Flawless, or ADS and Flawless, or no, or OP and
OP and
Flawless.
Flawless. That I was gonna
Yeah,
say, but you know what the
OP and
first
Flawless.
round? Do you know what the first? Oh, I haven't said the first round matchup yet. Bro, Flawless and OP's first round winners.
Ooh, wow,
And
that's crazy.
the winner plays the winner of Zelos versus Divine Future. Like that side of the bracket on winners is
That's
absolutely
insane.
fucking stuffed.
That's like those top teams just getting sent to the bottom real quick. Yeah, that's insane, bro.
So who do you? So you got. Okay, you told me already. Okay. Let's go with Real True Greek. You ready for our mixtape, Mr. Schnops?
Hey, yes, sir. 100%. Me and him are gonna get in the booth and make some
What's
fire
the
songs.
what's the favorite thing about each of your teammates?
I feel like I already talked about that.
I think you kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give it that one already. Why can't you gun me when we play on map? Greek power and fear take
What
over
are you
when you
talking
see me
about? I
on the
never
map.
even like played against you. You're a sub, bro. Like, yo, step up to the plate. You're the sub. Like, come on now.
um, this one's not for you. Okay, what teams do you think are making the finals? How do you feel after your two big wins against Hi-Fi and ADS? I guess
Finals wasn't kind of just answer.
maybe answer this one for Flawless, right? And do you
Yeah.
feel like you guys' two wins there make you guys more of a threat in Flawless's eyes now?
So those two wins were two wins at the end of the regular season. They mean nothing else rather than that. We're going into every matchup fully prepared. I'm not gonna be like, okay, we're the second best team in the league now. No. We're going to every matchup prepared. We're not gonna get too hyped over these two wins. They were nice wins, but we're moving on.
Now, last but not least, we got one here from Colin. Who was your favorite admin from the org?
Hey, Polo, my man. It's Polo. Come on. He's handsome. You ever seen him with his beard? That's a
Yeah,
handsome man.
Polo's pretty. Polo's pretty handsome.
The handsome
Oh,
boy.
Jafud, who is the most knowledgeable on the team?
It's either him or me. We have like we brought in different play styles to the team, but it's either him or me. 100%.
Okay. And last but not least, we got one from Trix, and it's do you recommend him as one of your favorite casters that have ever casted your play?
Yes, he is literally the best caster I've ever had. Cast me play, and that's some real shit.
Damn, bro,
So
like I didn't expect
good
gas like that.
interaction, good casting, all that. Original. I like it.
I didn't expect that gas, but thank you, my dude.
Yeah, straight gas.
So yeah, I think that probably wraps everything up here. Once again, congrats for your week 7 MVP that you get to take home.
Thank
And
you.
there's no trophy, but obviously you tat that up on your booty if you want.
I'll
Uh,
put it in my bio. It's like
in
nah.
your bot, yeah, if you want to make it
Week
all
7
messy,
MVP AOG.
if you want to make it all messy like Aurora is from Zello Squad, then sure you can do that if you want.
Aurora,
Shots
clean
at
it up,
Aurora.
baby.
No,
Yeah.
clean it up, my dude.
Hit me up to clean up
Like
my room.
Andy's room. 47. I mean not 47. Subgressive. That's like Subgressive's
Yeah.
room. Jeez, man, you gotta clean that up.
Sheesh.
And just clean that shit, bro. Like you gotta do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. It's been awesome. It's been fun. I can't wait to see you guys in the playoffs. Hopefully, making a, a crazy like maybe Toronto Ultra style, purple power fucking losers bracket run.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for it. It's not gonna be easy, whoever's playing us. Just know that.
Just know that.
Just know
Okay,
that.
well, take it easy. Hopefully, I see you spectating the All Star match that happens tomorrow.
Yep.
So yeah, you
Alright.
got Group A taking that one.
Yeah, yes, 100% Group A is winning.
Oh, shots at Group B, shots at Group
Group
B.
B's got good nah, Group B's got good players, but they don't have the amount of good players that Group A has.
Oh, yo, this
The
man.
Group B got the easy side of this league, bro. Just wait. You'll see.
Okay. We'll see. Okay, take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe. Keep it real.
Alright.
Keep it 100. Check out the ALG playoffs coming your guys' way. Not this week coming up, but the following week. And of course, I will be crowning a Week 8 MVP later on this weekend. I'll be putting out the post for you guys to all vote on, and we'll get a interview with that player before playoffs start. So we'll get one more interview of a player of the week, and then hitting playoffs up. We're gonna have some new stuff coming into the streams. We'll have listen-ins that come through. I know Shnopsh and Redux are pretty upset. Not upset. They're pretty hyped for that. For
Yep.
listen-ins, and quite a few other teams are going to be hyped for listen-ins. We got an update for some of our in-between map graphics. I know a lot of people were talking about they need to see the screen. I mean, not the screen. They want to see the score on the overlay. So we're gonna include that so that you guys know what the map score is when we're between maps. And if you guys got any other ideas of things you want us to upgrade before we hit playoffs, hit up my DMs. You guys have my social up here. You guys can see it right there. And if you guys got any cool things you want to say, any words of positivity, or if you want to send a chow to Shnopsh, you got his social media just below here. It's going to be right down below me here.
At Shnopsh.
Right there. You guys can see it on screen. Go send your chows his way. Or your dick pics if you like that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll see you guys all later.